Hi everyone, Miss Kinross here, and welcome to this video that is converting fractions to decimals. This is the second video in a series about converting fractions to decimals, and this time we are finding an equivalent denominator of 10 or 100. So in these fractions, we won't have that denominator to start with. We're going to need to change the fractions so that they can be easily put into our decimal form. Looking at this first example, we have 2/5. Fifths don't come up in terms of decimal place value, so we need to change that fraction so that it does have a denominator of 10 or 100 and so on. In this particular case, we can easily convert 2/5 into a fraction that has a denominator of 10, and we're going to do so by multiplying both the denominator and the numerator by 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, 2 times 2 is 4. So 2/5 can also be represented as 4/10. Now that they are in tenths, we can easily pop them onto our decimals number chart here as 0.4 or 4/10. As a slightly more challenging example here, we've got 19/20. When we're looking at 20ths, I know that I could halve 20 to get 10, or I could multiply it by 5 to get 100. If I were to halve it to get a denominator of 10, I would also have to halve my numerator. But because it's 19, I would be left there with a decimal or a fraction. And putting a fraction or a decimal into a fraction is a bit of a challenge. So we're going to skip that way and we're going to make it instead a denominator of 100. In order to get from 20 to 100, I needed to multiply that by 5. So I'm going to also multiply my numerator by 5. 19 times 5 is 95. So now I've got 95 hundredths. I can put 95 hundredths onto in a decimal form by saying 0.95. We've got 95 hundredths. Okay, that is how we can convert fractions to decimals in using the equivalent form. So hopefully that makes sense. Please write down your questions. I would love to answer them. And thank you very much.